My question to a farmer would be, if you're raising livestock, what kind of care do you provide those animals and ensuring that they have a good quality of life?
You know, that's a that's a question we get asked a lot, and it's a great question. You see a lot of things depicted out there that don't show livestock handling in a very good light, but our big thing is if my cows aren't comfortable, aren't eating well, aren't taken good care of, they don't produce milk. And if that happens, I don't make any money. My money comes from producing milk, and if these cows aren't comfortable and happy, then they aren't producing milk. Years ago, there may have been those people out there that didn't take very good care of their animals, but most of those are pretty much weeded themselves out because it's pretty tough to be profitable, and if you're not taking care of your animals, you're not going to have a profitable operation. We work really hard to try and keep our milk, make sure our milk is really wholesome and clean. And especially where I do raw milk, my requirements are much, much more stringent. But the idea that antibiotics are in the milk, every load of milk that is sent to market is tested for antibiotics. And people need to understand that if there are antibiotics, a trace of antibiotics in that milk is discarded, and I pay for it. My goal is to be as natural as we possibly can. Obviously, if a cow gets sick and needs some medication, just like if my son or daughter got sick, we give them the medication, they're pulled out and put in a hospital pen. That milk is not used for human consumption. It's discarded until that cow is healthy and brought back in. And so our goal is to use as little and be as natural, close to natural as we can possibly be. But obviously there are those times when something happens and a cow is sick and needs to get well, and antibiotics or another medication is what we have to use, just like we would in anybody else.